Welcome to the Sunday stream, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is Minecraft. We're back on the Citadel, and the very first thing that we need to do is collect spruce wood, because we are low on spruce wood, which we use a lot of, and we need to make a lot of composters. So if I do quick math, I'm going to say 2 stacks of composters, which is 14 stacks of slabs, which is 7 stacks of logs, and we have not even one. So yes, we are definitely going to need some stuff. We can do that easily though, because we've got saplings, lots of bone meal, and I just need some ender pearls. They are right there. I imagine 3 or 4 trees should be enough. Oh, I need some dirt too, I guess. Didn't bring any. Do I have dirt down here? I don't think I do. Oh yeah. I'll go back. I'll go in here. We've got dirt in here. I forgot to bring something to plant the saplings on. That'll do. A lot of times when you grow these, the podzol spreads everywhere, but if you do it on stone, then the podzol won't go anywhere. Baker's Dozen, hello, welcome back, good to see you. Cosmic, good to see you as well. So I had no logs in my inventory. So we're gonna do, let's do 4 trees, and we'll see how much we get. Get some sticks too, which would be great. Did that grow? Hope it grew. Ooh, that's a big one. We are way up here. So I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I had a pretty relaxing Saturday evening. I've been watching a show on Netflix called The Bastard Son of the Devil Himself. It's I mean, it's kind of teen drama type stuff, but it's I think it's a UK show, and it is about witches. Definitely not for kids, but kind of like a fun occult Saturday escape. So I've been watching like one of those per evening, and I should be all caught up by the next time that Steven and I talk on the Citadel Cafe, because I think he's watching too. So we're going to talk about that. I almost fell off. I like it, Cosmic. Yeah, I think it's good. It's not for the squeamish. It's pretty gory. They let you know in the description that it's going to be gory. There have been a couple of moments where I've rolled my eyes and thought, really, this is all happening to the one teenager. So it has, like, I don't know very much about Twilight. I've only ever kind of like only through pop culture and jokes, because I was forced to watch the first film and I was not paying attention. But it's got like Harry Potter, Twilight, and Star Wars vibes in sort of like, you know, family that's evil and you are not your parents, and like just that kind of stuff thrown in with, like, you know, teen romance, I guess. A lot of the characters are kind of like forcibly stereotyped, I guess. Oh, it's a small tree this time. I think this is number 4. So we'll check to see how we did after 4. Yeah, like there's a couple of moments where you're like, okay, fine. You're doing this because the script said so and you want this character to be at the center of the story. It doesn't make any sense. But it's very, very seldom. If it was a show on the CW, like a Warner Brothers show, I would be like, you'd be rolling your eyes every 10 minutes. But it's not bad. What I like about it is that it's an interesting take on like witches and witchcraft and stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what did I say? We wanted 2 stacks of composters. Composters take 7 slabs apiece. So I'd need 14 stacks of planks. So then we should be good. That should be fine. That'll be all we need. And we started off with a stack of saplings, so like we will totally break even. I'll sweep down here one more time to pick up like extra stuff. Should just made slabs. Whoops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One stack. I think I can go slabs right from here. Yeah. Perfect. And then we'll need more trapdoors. Stairs. Push box is over here somewhere. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with dark oak. Lots of slabs, lots of trapdoors. Well, thanks, Cosmic. The composters, I think, were Sandy's idea. I know the carpets were. I need a lot more of those. Got slabs. Excuse me. Baker's dozen, that's great. I'm always happy to inspire a little bit of creativity in the community. We're gonna start with, I think I'm gonna try a stair here. I feel like it looks a little bit lopsided, so we're gonna go back to this and we'll just switch it to a trapdoor. I guess technically we could also have that go back. not sure whether that makes sense or not. Maybe not. May have to return to that. I'm also trying to think about what I want to make the gables. So to keep with the roof pattern, first I'm going to sleep. Your attention to detail and explanation of why things fit or not really helps. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad. So it's the thing about like building games and stuff like that, like there's nothing, or in Minecraft, there's not much that will sort of like cause you to react. Like if you're doing PvP or something, then sure. But there's not a heck of a lot that's going to like really push you to react to the game, so you kind of have to narrate what you're doing, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes. I guess we'll try all the way across. Nope. That's better. So I'm looking at the roof pattern here that I like and trying to like complement that with other decorative bits. But really what I wanted to do with these composters and stuff is just like fill in the roof, kind of get an idea with what I'm working with as far as this side is concerned. So this would probably end up having this part removed. Oh. Yeah, that's how I had that before, right? Yeah, the outside is higher than the composter. And then, I can't get up there. I don't know why this is here. Especially because this is going to change now too. How did I do this? Yeah, I pushed it so that it was higher. So that means up here, I've got to change the way that this roof goes on this side. Stefan, no, this is a multiplayer server. It's just that it's a bunch of very busy adults, so we don't often get to play together. This is a single player project, I guess. Like this is me. I've done all of this over the last 2 years. Right. So I want this to be a composter. That means it's going to be seen from the front, which I don't like. So the solution there is to do that, but then I guess we have to make this a block higher, but that's going to connect to there, and I don't know if I like that. And this wall, we're going to have to find some other material. I need to change this out. The orange is really distracting. What could we use up there? Maybe we could use some of the stripped logs, because we've got the stripped dark oak inside. Try to keep the same materials throughout the build where we can. What I really want to check is this roof line here. This is going to have a little bit of a change, of course. I obviously ran out of blocks when I was making this first time around. Ooh, that's a tricky connection there. Not sure if I like that. Right, so there'd only be one row of composters here. Why is this not an outside wall? Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did expand it. Originally, the roof was going to be all dark oak. Is that how I did this over here? Yep. So this might need to get taller. Although I don't know if that's something I want. No, I like the fact that the front gables break the roof line, so can we see this from the road, I wonder? Can we see the inn? Just barely. Just barely. So in that way, it could be taller. I forgot that the composter has a unique texture on the bottom. I should use this as like a roof decoration more often, like, or a ceiling decoration inside something. That's going to be challenging there. Right. So I've got 2 layers here when I only need 1. So the hard part here is going to be hiding some of this stuff. We're gonna have to change the angles on these that you don't see the composter from the side, because this is going to have to be a gable. We'll make this orange for now, but it's eventually going to be something else. Right, so we're gonna have to make sure we hide. I guess we don't have to make sure, but like, we can do some creative things, I think, up there. Here, though, the easiest thing to do is just going to be to put in a stair that just goes the other way, which won't help this tangent, but there's not much we can do about that right now. But this is what I mean by, like, I wanted to make sure that I got the inn sorted before I finalize this building, because we could somehow move this little overhang back by a bit if we wanted to take off a little bit in here. I do like the 2 wide alley. I don't want to make it 3 wide. So I'm not quite sure how we would do that. We could lower the roof a bit, maybe. You know, the orange gable is not terrible. Can't really see it from back here. It does still clash with the composters a bit. Is the roof sheep back again? I haven't been paying much attention. I heard him. Oh, there, yeah, he's there. I don't know if he's gone anywhere. I imagine he's probably still the same roof sheep. Right, so that all does that. So where do we draw the line here? I'm gonna come up the stairs here. Probably gonna be some sort of railing here. More than likely. And I was thinking that on this level it would be cool if there was some sort of like balcony looking down, but then we'd lose the upstairs fireplace, so I don't know. Because we could stop this here and have it look right down onto the main dining hall, and it would make sense because then air would come up here, but then you'd lose this as a potential room. So what's this? That's the fireplace. So what I'm trying to do is figure out where I'm going to connect this roof up here. And maybe this doesn't have to be, maybe this roof doesn't have to have composters on it. Like maybe we can use spruce instead for that roof. That might look okay. That'll save me some issues here trying to figure this out. Because it is just a small little thing here. Oop. I kind of like this double staircase now that I have it in here. I may end up keeping it. It doesn't clash too bad. So I'm thinking I could maybe make this look like a slope, sort of. Or not. Alright, so that all connects there. So yeah, I'm not sure about this particular thing, and this might not work out either because we've got to do, oh no, it will. Yeah, so we do trapdoor here. So that was lucky. This pattern works out with this slab here. So for now, I think I'm okay with the spruce, but we'll come back to it. Try not to burn my butt while I'm up here. And this should line up with... Yeah, okay. Take roof sheep over roof skeletons? That's, yep, that's it. That's an affirmative. I'm with you there. So the only issue with the spruce, of course, is that it completely blends in with the building here in front of it. So that might be something as simple as changing out the material on the tower to be a different block. Like deep slate or something. I would prefer to do it with something that has stairs in it. But we've done a number of deep slate towers nearby, like there's one right over there. And I feel like I did another one over here. So like there's a number of deep slate towers that kind of set the precedent. So I could also do something different, like a prismarine or some other tower. Yeah, that's the only thing about the spruce. The spruce looks good, I think, next to the other two woods up there. The issue is, for me, is mainly the spruce next door. So what are we going to do for gables? We were trying for like potentially an orange top to it, but I can't seem to... That to me kind of clashes now with the sort of orangish roof. I don't want to do green. I feel like blue would be too dark. Maybe cyan? Blue and orange go well together. But cyan is so close to the gray, like it doesn't look like a different material than the stone. That's the only thing. We could tie just regular terracotta. Pink. Well, pink is going to clash with the orange. I'm hoping for something a little bit more subtle. So the terracotta does work with the bricks a bit. Not great, but it helps a little bit. So that's a possibility. It's never time for pink. Not yet. I'm sure at some point I'll find an excuse to do a pink build. Our biggest XP farm on the server is pink, Cosmic. Just, it's a giant pink donut in the nether. We see it often. Concrete is all going to be too bright. Copper is not going to look right. Okay, we got cyan. We tried cyan. That's a no. Haven't tried light blue. What does blue terracotta look like? Of course, it's purple. Why would it be? Why would it be blue? Could try red, maybe? I don't know if that's going to clash or not. Yeah, the red. So anything in the warm kind of temperature range is going to clash, I think, with the composters. That just looks like a witch's hut to me. Like the orange and purple, it's like Halloween. And no, there's no blue jays in Minecraft. That is in my backyard. He is angry about something. Pink, light gray. Maybe we have to do like a lighter stripped wood. This is, oh, you know, here's a thought. We could try beehives. We could also try note blocks. Note blocks might be a little bit on the dark side. And not in the cool Star Wars way. I've got them retextured for whatchamacallit? Crates. So the only problem with gray or light gray is that it's going to be the same color as the bottom. And I should also note that I haven't decided if the bottom is permanent. So we could switch it up and have like the stone on top. But stone in Minecraft, like your brain just thinks like heavy material. So that's a decent color, but I think it's too busy because you don't want to be busier than the roof, but that's not bad. That light kind of like oak color works a lot better than I thought it would. And those are cool, but we'd have to use them sparingly for the same reason, very busy. But then also, it's a little tricky from a contrast perspective with the dark oak. Barrels, looking at the bottom of the barrel, the problem there is that we see them from multiple angles, so we'd have to see the barrels in different ways. But yeah, that's an idea. Bondable Fire 69. Thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. What was the barrels? Right, so then you see the barrels inside. Right, because my build's only a block thick, so you get an okay texture outside, but then inside you're looking at the barrel. And as it stands, the window is going to be pretty high in here anyway. I mean, we can hide it. We can put trapdoors and stuff over it too. Is this, I think this might end up being a log. So it's not bad. Like it's not terrible. Again, we'd have to deal with that. You'd see it there. So we'd have to fill this in with something. Maybe you do a barrel that way. I was almost hoping to put a balcony up there, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Danny, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. All right, let's go back up to this part here. I think I still want to do dark oak pillars. So go here and there. So we could just have the edge of it here. And have the door be like right here. Which I think gives more room up on this level. Also, for some reason, this is not centered. Right, that has to be. But why is this different? Oh, because this is too high. All right, so whoop. There's a ledge there. So eventually we can close this off because this stairwell only has to be so wide. That gives us ample space up here to put in other things. I feel whatever this is, it's probably going to have to be some sort of wood. And I feel like this is going to have to come in all the way. So at the very least, we're going to have to do another one of these here. And there. And now this may not have to be... We could still have some character here. We don't have to have this be solid. I'd like to have some sort of depth happening, so we could try this. Closest thing we've got to vertical slabs. So, unfortunately, no. That might be a good spot for crates, perhaps. But we definitely have to have something there. For now, don't know. But this is probably going to be where the door goes. Just in terms of like measurements. Is this outside? Yes. Don't know which way that stair is facing. Maybe it looks like it's in here. We may not need this either. Like any chance that you have to kind of open up the inside of these kind of builds, the better. Just gives you more room to play with rafters, and I do find rafters fun. So here, I would imagine what would happen is that we'd end up with the roof kind of going on an incline to like there, and then this would just be a solid block like that. That would finish the roof off. We could just put a straight up block there. Probably do the same thing here. Right, so it leaves our depth, but then on the inside we can then take away a couple of those, and can't do it there. So may or may not keep that, but we could also do something like this and make it look like another structural piece inside, which gives it more character. All of this is just going to need to be filled in. I keep on wanting to shift click with these composters, but of course you don't have to because there's no inventory in them. At least not a player accessible inventory. Charlie Mudkip, always good to have you around. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Glad you find it a chill stream. I try to provide a chill stream. Boop, boop. Yeah, that is not staying. So gross looking. Let's just fill this in with terracotta for now. So get rid of this. I'm still thinking the terracotta is not going to be the right color, but it's one of the better options right now. It's a warmer color that doesn't seem to clash with the composters. At least not much. How big is your city wall build, Charlie? Same scale as West Hill? So there's the size of our wall. It's 3 wide. I want to say about 8 to 10 tall in most places. And it goes around the entire town. I mean, there's towers and things, but like the wall itself just kind of encompasses the whole town. On this side, it's mostly buildings, actually. The wall kind of falls, you know, to the natural landscape and then picks up again. So I guess it really only goes around like 2/3, maybe? Yeah, I'd say about 2/3. It's around here it starts to get into like, well, the natural water and a bunch of other things kind of take over. Just a small build? Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, I don't know about the terracotta is not my favorite. Maybe we have to go with the old bone block for this. Oh, wait a minute. Why don't we do calcite or something? We've done quartz in the building across the way. That would be nice because quartz has got that warm hue to it. Wonder if we can do that. Oh no, we did quartz up top. Never mind. I thought we only did it on the bottom. All right, we'll go with calcite. 5 wide, including the inner and outer wall. I will have gates and towers. I'm building around my flower forest, so I'm not sure how big it will end up. Oh, wow. That's a cool idea, walling off a biome. Are you building the wall in the flower forest, or are you building the wall on the outside of the flower forest? So everything inside the wall is flower forest and everything outside is like something else? At the edge. Well, yeah, I'm assuming it was at the edge, but like is the of your 5 wide wall, which side is on the edge of the flower forest? The outside edge or the inside edge of the wall? I hope I'm making that clear. Long Patrol, hello, welcome back. There's also mushroom blocks. Brown mushroom blocks. Dripstone. Dan Grice 85, using your full name to thank you for the tier 1 sub for 20 months, 20. Holy smokes, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Dan. Really appreciate the support. Let's just try calcite here. Oh, I forgot how cool this sounds. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Pixel Riffs rating with a metric crap ton of people. Holy smokes. Thanks for the follows. I am going to do us all a favor and just kind of put the follow notifications on hold. They will still play on screen, but they won't make noises. Thanks for the follows. Pixel Riffs. What's happening, dude? How was your stream? For folks that are unaware, I'm not sure how you would be unaware if you're coming in from a Pix stream, but Pix and I co-host and produce the Spawn Chunks together. And we're in West Hill here on the Citadel server, which I'm sure you've heard of on the Spawn Chunks podcast if you're listening to that. Came from the Empire's SMP. Very cool, very cool. I saw that you were filming a llama video or something. Stream was good. Off to grab a drink before evening record. Chat with you tomorrow. Yep, sounds good. Sounds good, Pix. Thanks again so much for dropping off your peeps. I very much appreciate it. Get some non-screen time in and enjoy the rest of your evening. Cheers, man. I will talk to you tomorrow. And again, to everyone else coming in from Pix's stream on the Empire server, welcome in, welcome in. We are sitting in the middle, or I guess the west side of West Hill. And I'll fly up somewhere tall where we can see. Let's go to the keep is pretty tall. We'll go up here. So we're working over here in the northwest corner. We're working on an inn, trying to make some color changes and different, I guess, inside and outside choices. We're working on the gables right now. So we're trying out calcite and a bunch of other things. And right now we are happy with the composter roof. I've never used them before for roofing, but they work out quite well. Not so sure about the spruce here. It's not bad, but composters didn't work. They were too tall. Alternatively, we could make this piece taller to like hit this at a higher point, but I kind of like that contrast. So that's kind of where we are with this. The terracotta, I believe, is temporary. We're considering putting white on the ends. I just tend to do that a lot around here, so I'm trying not to default to the same old, but we've got mushroom block to test out. We've got brown mushroom block to test out, and we've got dripstone to test out. So that's kind of what we're up to. This has been 2 years in the making, this whole build. And we're hoping to finish it up by the end of the year. At least the town. There's obviously all this stuff outside the town that is not that's not done. Silva, yes. Yep, I built all this. There's also the fishing town down here as well. So there's a lot. There's some green spaces that are not yet filled in with things. Over there is another one, and this keep actually needs to be updated. It's pretty cool, but it needs to be a bit more. We'll say a bit more ornate. Like I want it to look a little bit fancier than it does right now. Very plain on the bottom currently. But this is the west gate to the town, and this is the area of town that we've been working in for like probably the last 4 or 5 months. Doing all these builds down here. This one's not done, but everything else over here is. So right now, the big thing is when you come around this corner and you start to head up the street, the inn is what you're looking at the entire time you're walking up here. So I really want this to be kind of a fancy build. And the more that I look at this, now that it's got a lot of dark colors on it, I really feel like we're going to end up going with calcite or something very light for the gables, because it needs to be something that contrasts well with the other blocks. So let's try mushroom block here. It's not quite as white. I've also got brown mushroom block. I'd say that's probably the best so far for the second level color. That could actually work out quite well. It'll be tough if we have to go make more of it, because of course it's not something we can we can get a lot of. That's probably good. I can probably turn back on the notifications now. But again, welcome in everyone. Thank you so much for popping on over. If you wouldn't mind refreshing and watching on twitch.tv/JoelDuggan, we're trying to grow the channel, and that's always a big help. Tried bone block? Yeah, I use bone block all the time. Like I just use bone block here, and I use bone block over there. So yeah, bone block is on the list. I have some, I just none in my inventory. The only thing about bone block right now is that it does, like, it streaks, like it has like a vertical texture to it. So I don't think we need B. Just don't think about the sound of placing bone blocks too much. Why not? I like the sound of placing bone blocks. Probably my favorite. So nice to see the Citadel, hearing so much about it each week on the podcast. Caitlin, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. I need to sleep. Hard to build in the dark. No, I'm leaning on the calcite. I've done this before. There's a build over here that we did a dark oak roof and calcite on, and this worked out quite well. A little bit of concrete powder in there. Break things up a bit. Oh, there's mushroom blocks over here too. This one's got diorite on it. I didn't realize that. We could try it. It's not my favorite block, but I do have a lot of it. Yeah, like there's mushroom block there, calcite over there. You get to the point after working in an area for so long that you're just like, you know, you're not reinventing the wheel. Another builder with huge shulker monsters. It's more like a mobile storage area. We're staying away from the gray stones up top just because it's too similar to the bottom at the moment. I might be able to work a little bit of diorite into the calcite, but I don't think I want to go with just diorite. And that just always looks too weird. The blocky hard edges of things. We could potentially do stuff like, you know, keystones down here in diorite. That's not terrible. Did I grab bone block? No, let's try dripstone. So again, the color works, but it's pretty busy. So I think we're gonna go with the calcite. And over here, I did try some dripstone. I think I mixed it with terracotta. Yeah, light gray terracotta and dripstone. Goes well together. All right, well, let's just blanket in the calcite just to kind of get it done. Ooh, all right. So then, new problem. Do you want to use the calcite on just the gables or just the upper floor? Because if it's the upper floor, then that's like all this stuff. Caitlin, thank you. That's nice of you to say. I like the white shining through the trees. That's kind of cool looking. It's hard with all the shulkers in the way. Because if we go calcite on the second floor, I feel like we have to do something separate for the gable, which brings us back to square one. I do like the little peak of white there. And we would do that up here too. So what we would do to keep the calcite as like the walls, we would do that here. And then this would not be calcite. But then this would be here. Man, this could end up depleting a lot of my calcite. Ben Mart Ursroy, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. That's a lot of white. We're going to have to break this up. This is where I think the the dark oak beams are going to come in. Yep, I think we're going to have to do probably something like this with, maybe we can combine crates, because I've got the custom note block texture. Whoops, that was a composter I need back. Gets a little on the busy side. It's also a very strange height for all of this. I was kind of hoping to have more of a balcony. But the door height is very bizarre. I guess we could put a step down, maybe? Certainly breaks up the white a bit. I feel like maybe we could... I kind of like that corner the way that it is. I'm going to say we could move this to be farther out. And make it a very large kind of addition to the top. I don't know. I feel like I kind of prefer the bit of a chamfer there in the corner. I can turn the noises back on now, yeah. Finished Kiwi, hello. The composters do make a fun roof. Not in the dark. but yeah, they do make a fun roof. This is something that I have a loose plan for, but I'm kind of working through some of the problems that have arisen by changing some of the design elements a bit. So the composter was something we really liked, but we've had to change the roof design, and it changes the colors. And unfortunately, I built a bunch of other stuff around this before I finished this, and I probably should have spent more time finishing this. So I like the little pops of white in there. This would probably end up having some sort of balcony railing. We may end up switching these out from spruce, but let's just go with that and this. Yeah, it all starts to help a little bit. I mean, you don't really see any of that white up there now. That's kind of a problem. The more I do this, the more I think I'm going to have to extend that. I wanted to have these kind of pillars up here, but I think we're going to have to move the door from here up to the front. Not sure what we could do in there, but this could probably come down. Or actually, maybe this can be... There we go. Trash Goblin, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So even though, like, we could put something in here, or we could just fill it up, right? With stuff. So there's ways to kind of make the inside look a little bit more cohesive. I guess technically this would be that. I'll have to figure out this area here. This I'm probably going to build back up with stone bricks. This is a strange place. I'm not sure what we're going to use that for, if anything at all. You lose so much when you don't have stairs in your roof. It really starts to kind of invade your space. This actually looks pretty cool. I don't mind this. I might bring it down to just like a one wide extra chimney. Oh, that was going down. Going down, going down. We might actually change some of these. Should put some torches down here too. So you can see where the hearth is going to be in the main area. And yes, thank you, Cosmic. That's a good idea. For folks that are just coming in, perhaps this is your first time seeing one of my streams. I take regular breaks once an hour. I take a stretch. I make some more coffee, get a snack, whatever it is, and it gives you a chance to do the same. You know, you can grab a snack, refresh your water, maybe even grab a friend, and we'll see you back here in like 5 or 6 minutes. All right, sleep, daytime, back to building. So, oh, that needs to change. Yeah, I feel like we might have to do something along the bottom there. I mean, this is obviously going to be a combination of slabs and trapdoors. That's probably going to be some sort of like, maybe there's a rear balcony. I haven't thought anything about the back door, which I guess would have to be either here or like an extension. Maybe this is the back door. Okay. Do I have bricks on me? I do. It's the first time it's rained on the server today, I think. Hour and 25, that's a record. Normally it happens a lot faster. The thunderstorm too. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Ravencraft. Good to see you. So I'm trying not to cut down very many trees, which is why you'll see me kind of like running around different trees and trying to avoid them. I mean, every once in a while, I want to add like a bottom trunk to one, you know, like for example here. We'll probably just extend this down. And in some places I've done custom trees, you know, like adding in like different things, make it look like roots or plants and stuff like that. That's a custom tree there. But a lot of them are just the natural trees. Some of them have been broken a little bit as we've been working, and I have to restore them afterwards. But so far, actually, now that I look at this natural landscape, I feel like this probably just straight up wouldn't be there. And we could fill that in with like either a pathway. Maybe there's like a path that comes across here. Or maybe there is a garden or something. So if there's a path there, there's a good chance this tree wouldn't be there, so we might have to move that tree. Or trim it back. A lot of times I'll take the tree location and just make a custom tree where the world generated one, because it tends to make a lot of sense and stuff like that. Let's get rid of this. Have this slowly start to look a little bit more like a build we like. You hate trees on the edge? Yeah, they do look a little bit funny. They do look a little bit funny. So we adjusted the top there to have some white. It's very bright. It's the only thing about the calcite. I think it's a little bit bright. We might have to go with the mushroom block. Especially with so much of this being stone on the bottom. So let's try the mushroom block up top and see if that helps at all. It's funny, like it's such a subtle change, but it's definitely not as shiny. Oh look, we used brown mushroom block there. And then bone there. Glad we decided not to use the brown mushroom block. Yeah, I think the brown mushroom block might be winning out here. Let's do that wall too. It's funny how you can't always tell until you start to put in like a big area. And I guess this would be broken up somehow. So where's the end? Let's put down one of these. And if this had stuff breaking it up, I guess we would go with the dark oak, the stripped dark oak. That would make the most sense, right? Mm-hmm. Does your wall have an interior? Oh, you mean like the curtain wall? No, it has a walkable top though. So there's an inside face to it. Every now and again I can sneak in like a little storage thing, but most of the staircases lead up to the outside of it. And so this is what the wall looks like. It just has like an edge to it. I looked up a bunch of medieval and fantasy walls, and a lot of them just have this sharp kind of like edge to them. Sometimes there's like a wall, but a lot of times there's not. Now, every once in a while, you'll run into a place like this where there'll be like a, it'll go inside of a building and then it'll go outside again, right? And then you'll have to go downstairs to get back out to the wall. So like there's stuff like that sometimes that I'll have. And like this one has like a staircase that goes up here in the middle, so you can go down and then continue on the wall. So like there's stuff like that, but there's not really like an inside to it. I feel like down here yeah, so here in this particular case the wall gets quite wide. So if you look up here, it goes to like 5 wide, and that allows us to then put this entrance inside, and this kind of goes inside the front gate. So then you've got your little murder holes and stuff like that. So anytime I have a chance to put a secret passage in, I absolutely do it, right? It's just fun. Like, why not? For me, it's just fun to experiment and look for those opportunities, you know? Oh, it's all good, Charlie. I mean, the wall's right here, you know, so. And a lot of what I'm doing along here, this whole block, this northwest kind of chunk, it all like connects to the wall. Like this connects to the wall, this pathway, and like this all has to be, this all has to work with the wall. So even though I'm working on the inn right now, I'm definitely thinking about how tall the wall is and how tall the inn is and whether or not I'm going to be able to see it from different perspectives and stuff like that. So I'm thinking we have to break up the edge here. And I guess maybe every 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that might be all we need. That'll be a window. So hopefully now from up the street, the face of it doesn't look so bright. Yeah, I think that works. That works much better. I don't know about that particular window location. I'd like to have another one, but I mean the window wouldn't really look at much. Do you have or are you planning on releasing a download of this world? No. No, this is just, it's a multiplayer server with a bunch of other people on it, so it's just for friends. I haven't I mean, never say never, but it's just that kind of work just doesn't really come into play necessarily. It's different than Hermitcraft. Like if we reset it, then yeah, maybe, right? Like if everything was finished. But the idea of having a download of the world to me means it has to be done, and this is far from done. I did 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Oh, that doesn't work out. Crap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, those line up with the logs. So that might be okay. Yeah, we can maybe pull that down there. It's a little boxy on the back. We'll have to work on that, I guess. People would surely understand that it's a work in progress. You could add it to Patreon levels. Maybe. Again, I try not to do stuff that ends up being... Because the thing is, like, it has to be... there's other people in the server too, right? So it's not just me. So it feels strange to have a download tied to my Patreon when Alistair and Cosmic and Steven ESE all stream from the same server. I'm not sure how easy it would be to like copy this entire area and then paste it somewhere, and then I'd have to double check that it worked. Like it's just, it ends up being a whole kind of complicated. Yeah, the 1 wide gap could be an entrance to something. Yeah, I think I might put a balcony out here. Just, this is a lot of empty space, so we might end up covering this over with some stuff. There's also going to need to be some storage. Like it's an inn, right? So like there's going to have to be like barrels and, you know, maybe a small pig pen or something out here, right? Like I feel this area would be pretty solid for having a little bit of livestock in it. We've done that elsewhere. There's a little pig pen down here that I thought worked out quite well. Like having little stuff like this just outside the back of a house, I think works out quite well. Little gardens and things. So having that area back there kind of designated for some livestock and stuff down here, that could be quite useful. Matter of fact, let's just put a couple of things in the ground. Why not? I'll come back to that later. All the more reason I think to have the back door be something like something here. Maybe you have to go around, or maybe this is extended. Right, so you kind of come in and zigzag around a little bit. It's actually kind of interesting. Mini Packs, thanks very much for the raid, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. And Lewas, 4 minutes ago, I missed your sub. I'm sorry. 37 months. Holy smokes, Lewas. That's amazing. Thank you to you both. Appreciate the support on both ends, from the raid and the sub. And Prake or Prak? Probably Prake. Prake 10. Thanks very much for the compliment. I'm glad that you like the build. So I don't know what I was doing. What was I doing on the bottom over here? I hadn't gotten that far. Okay. So this is visible. No, okay, so that's not visible from the inside, which means that we can do more interesting stuff with it. Wonder if this looks better the other way around. Or maybe we just do stairs. Maybe we just do stairs the whole way around. Oh no, I like that better. Okay. What I'm trying to do is have like the wooden extensions be supported by logs, but have the building itself have stone pillars. Green Ninja, hello. Hope you're having a good day. I have to say, as much running around as it is, I'm so glad to have the stairs in place so that I don't have to worry about all the silly scaffolding that I'd have to be using all the time. I think we don't have a window in the middle. That, or maybe this is the door to the outside balcony. So what I like about this is that we can potentially line this up to be like having another support out here. And then that adds quite a lot of character when you're walking behind here. It might be a little close to the road. We might have to back that up just a little bit. Just so, yeah, it's kind of blocking the door. So we may have to change that. I would say maybe extend it and pull it back in. That could work. And then we've got kind of like a built-in, it works for support, but then it also works as part of the fencing for the livestock pen. And this could still extend out this far, just that the supports would be attached a little bit differently. Yeah, that's much better. That might be a little bit big. I'm not sure whether I want that to be... Maybe we'll put the livestock there, but we'll have a garden out here? I don't know. Garden here might be nicer. Strip dark oak. Yes, that's what that is. But say, so in places like here, I'm okay with that. But then inside, I kind of want it to be stone. Guess this would have to be dark oak as well. Unfortunately, that blocks the path plan that I had. Makes you think classic medieval tavern. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely why I chose it. I agree. Yep. I agree. I like this. This would probably end up being, I would say, probably a wooden structure. And I would say probably not too big. We'll have to find places to hang some lanterns out here too. Unfortunately, I put those on a different level. So we'd have to figure out a different way. This is the only part where I've started to think and maybe second guess this too wide stairwell. So I make it single, then this door becomes a lot more accessible. Yeah, I think we might have to go with a single staircase. Crazy Chris Craft, thanks very much for the follow. Getting to the point now where I have to start thinking about planning out the tables and stuff down here so that it doesn't get too cramped. Don't know what to do about this cobblestone thing. I guess it could just be... Oh, I see. It was supposed to turn the corner. That's supposed to be the dark oak stuff. Yeah, the sheep on the roof is still kicking around. Green Ninja, thanks. That was not my idea. It's something I borrowed from Whip on the Empire server. It was not Empires. It was, don't remember what series it was. The one where he had like a really cool mountain and wall, and he was building ships. I remember there being ships, and that was one of the things that he was doing in that world. Right. So I don't really have this set up right. This should be another note block, which I need to make more of. Yeah. So yeah, this might not have any white on it at all down the bottom. Oh, that all has to be switched over to mushroom block, doesn't it? You forget how soft calcite is. You get so used to breaking these heavier blocks with your stone pickaxe. Or, sorry, stone blocks with your pickaxe. So that's got a thing there. So technically, I think that should have been the crate. Oh no. What am I doing here? Oh, I see. This is all the other stuff that I should be doing. So this is actually going to go this way. Slab there. Then we've got the same sort of pattern. So that's good. I guess that worked out. And I'll work out the outside later. Oh, it looks like that was the thing that I wanted to do. So we'll do that now, I guess. Ooh, do those... Don't know why those are there. To wait and see outside. Wonder what this looks like if I just go straight across. That works out better. Yeah, I like that better. Starting to take shape inside now too, which is nice. And now that I'm looking at this side, I'm kind of wondering whether we could do something cooler. So right here, we've got these extra logs, and I guess I could put more. That would break up that big wall quite a bit, wouldn't it? I was thinking about putting stone stairs here. So like grabbing some of those and putting these here to kind of support the pillars. But I think this wall would benefit from the breakup of extra stuff. And I am running low on dark oak here. Let me just go see pretty sure in the keep I've got more dark oak. Yes. Oh, that was my face. Martin Money, hello, welcome in. There's only a handful of data packs and mods. It's mostly quality of life, and I believe Cosmic has linked you in chat. So, because we get such the question so often, we decided to make a spreadsheet. So it makes everyone's life a lot easier. So what I don't want to do, I don't think, is this. I don't think I want that to come down there. I feel like that makes this feel very large. If anything, I would want it to be farther back. But then that messes up the pattern. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, the trouble with these asymmetrical builds, they look good in the end, but man, they take a bit to figure out. So here's the other thing too, is that this window is not centered underneath the gable. So I may want to change this to have a different configuration. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back. We're going to put this here. All right, so that still has a support there, but it doesn't make the building feel so big. And then this window has to go over by 1. Do that inside. Right, so that changes that outside. And then this inside can be... I guess we just pull this back. Oh, wait a minute. Right, we have to figure out how that's going to affect that. So this is probably not going to be there. It's really tough to see how this stuff looks when you've got natural trees in the way that you don't want to cut down. Hard to, for me, I want to back up, you know, and see how things are looking. Oh, that's wrong. Anyway, we should finish the roof on this side now that we know we're keeping this pattern. Is the terracotta gable growing on anybody? The kind of that color there? I don't really dislike it, but I'm just wondering if we can find another alternative. Oh, that was close. that's all worked out correctly. I'm not sure what looks best there. Maybe a slab? Yeah. TT Veldog subscribing with Prime for 4 months. Can't believe it's been 4 months. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate the support. Glad you're enjoying the content. All right, so then this we can sneaky, I guess, full dark oak block. Or actually, because of the depth, maybe we can do like a little thing like that, I guess. I don't know. Now, do we want to keep the cobblestone? I think maybe 2 rows of cobble is too much. I think I want to do just the 1. So that'll change inside as well. I probably wasn't going to keep the cobblestone all the way around. Stream time is at 2 hours. Do you want a break reminder after 2 hours from your last break? This is not confusing at all. No, actually, I prefer to keep them on the hour. So, I don't know, in 3 minutes, we'll go. Yeah, it's easier for me to keep track of my breaks if they're like, if the first one isn't quite an hour, but then everything else is like on the hour. I find it a lot easier to check out. It was L-Dog, but I changed my Twitch name. I thought it sounded familiar, but it's like, I don't recognize it totally. Well, thanks for letting me know, though. That makes more sense. So this changes our path idea. We'll make it look better. But yeah, I prefer the smaller foundations. And we'll take these out here. Now, what does that do something upstairs to the right? That means all of this is stone. Well, that actually, does that have a... Right, that could easily be full spruce. Alas, earwax. Have not seen you in a hot minute. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for coming by. So this feels a little bit strange along here, but I don't know what else we could do. I do always have an issue with this inside these houses where I'm trying to add like an outside layer that's wider on the second level than the bottom. But then in order to do that, you end up with this row of like different material than the floor. So it always looks a little bit strange inside. Oh, we're gonna have to fill some of that in anyway. Yeah, so like as stone goes, I don't know if I necessarily think that that looks good as stone. I almost want this to be like a dark oak frame. But then it doesn't come out on this side because of the alleyway. So then it becomes the inside. I don't know what that looks like inside the pub. Oh, can you not see it? I guess you can't see it. I'm okay with it around the one wall where we've got the chimney. So I feel like that wall I'm fine with being stone all the way along. I may change this to spruce just in case it has a better contrast outside. And now the streamers should take a break. Thank you, Cosmic. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Well, that's better than it was before. That's for sure. I do feel like it might be better off as spruce, but we'll check that when I get back. If you are new to the channel, some of you are because it's been a very busy afternoon here on Twitch. I take a break once an hour. You should too. Get up, stretch, grab a friend, grab a snack. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So I'm actually pretty happy with the progress that we've made. Slowly kind of working our way down from the top. Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you, Charlie. Obviously we're not keeping these diorite bits. And we'll get rid of some of these. We'll end up going through and texture, changing a bunch of this stuff, I'm sure. But for now, it's just easy to kind of put it all together. And we will also grab some bricks to fix up the chimney. Oh, first, inventory problems. And we need more bricks. What is the music that was in the waiting room? That is... Lanikia? Laniakea by Moire. Moire. And I'm struggling to remember what royalty-free website it's from. Upbeat.io, I want to say. I could be wrong. It also gets dinged on YouTube in the VODs as being copyrighted, which it's not. Or it's supposed to be copyright free. So I don't necessarily endorse the website because they don't do a great job of keeping up with their royalties notices and stuff. So I do like the granite as like a corner piece for the chimney. The only thing I'll say about the chimney staying brick is that it actually works with the terracotta. If I get rid of the terracotta, I think I'm going to change that back to a stone chimney. Because we've done... I feel like I've done other stone chimneys in a good way. I just don't remember the last one that I did. I guess it would be on the mansion, but that's a little bit big. Oh, maybe the... Yeah, maybe the crazy smelter over here. That's deep slate. Where's the last stone chimney that I added to a place? Not that there. This one. Does this have a chimney? I feel like it has a little one. And it's brick. Never mind. Where did I put the last chimney? There's a little one there. A little one there. I guess it was this little shop here. Yeah, little one there. That's the stone brick one. I could have sworn I've put in more chimneys, but maybe I'm just not remembering. These little ones. Where's the lightest? Where's the one that I thought I had the big ones? Probably on the tavern down here. Yeah, it's probably a big stone one on the back here. Yeah. Because I thought I did them with like andesite and stuff at one point. There's one there. Down here, the walls are mostly andesite. There's an andesite chimney. I like that. Yeah. We might switch that over to an andesite chimney. It sort of stands out a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Wait, there is azalea flower pots? Yep, you can put azalea saplings in the flower pots. Where was that? That was around the corner, wasn't it? Right here, hanging from the yeah. Yeah, you can put flowering azalea and azalea saplings. You can put all saplings in flower pots. These ones look better because of the boxiness of them. I'm tempted to make the other ones have like custom models just because those look so good. It would be pretty easy to do. All right, let's grab this terracotta and put it up in the end, just so I'm not staring at the empty face of a building that's driving me bananas. Oh, that got wider. Why did that get wider? Oh, it doesn't matter. We can't go up there because of the roof anyway. This way. Yeah, you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know what could look good up here would be some fence gates. That might be a little bit busy. What about putting this here? Could be just that we need to open up the fence gates. Nope. I might try with a fence in the middle. You know what? The terracotta is making a lot of sense, isn't it, Cosmic? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Sasquatch Theorist. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. You have now joined the ranks of some of the coolest usernames that we've seen this weekend. We were joking around on Friday that some people were coming in with some really unique, funny names, and yeah, you're up there. That's great. How did you come up with it, if you don't mind us asking? There was something the other day that was like, the example that I gave was like Spicy Gorilla or something, but that wasn't what was the actual name. All right, so maybe we'll just go with a gate up there. Do you think dark oak walkway on my wall be too harsh of a contrast to stone bricks? It's hard. Like dark oak, the planks, because dark oak planks are quite dark. I've been using a lot of spruce, but that's because the spruce trapdoors are just so dang useful. So I've fallen into the everything is built with spruce trapdoors. Trap. Which is redundant. I don't know. I guess I'll just take it back to the way it was. The only other thing I can think of would be to put like a beam up there to break it up. We could end up hanging a lantern up there too. Quite like that. And we may get rid of that because I might want to put in a lantern somewhere. I'm not sure. I mean, there's going to need to be a lantern. I don't think I want to hang it from up there. I think I'd rather hang it close to the actual door. Including like, oh, we can't do it right there. I guess we could. So I could hang a lantern like right over the door. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. How did I did something like this over here? Oh, I pushed it out and I hung it off of a stair. I could see that too. I could see not a blue lantern, but like a red one, keeping things warm. Are we thinking we want to change this to an andesite chimney? I mean, the shape of it's fine. I wouldn't change the shape of it. I would just change the textures. I guess we have to figure out whether that's going to stay andesite first. I may come back to that. It does look okay with the terracotta gables. Did we finish the gables on this side? No, we have not. And what did we do here? We did that, and then hook that around like that. So here we could actually have a window, which would be cool. Maybe we'll do side shutters. I always end up running into these tangent corner things that I don't like. I feel like I don't need any more terracotta. And stack those back up. And I'm carrying way too much dark oak. Like, why is my inventory so full? It's because I've got stacks of dark oak in it. Whoops. Yeah, I think the red brick does work well. I'm not going to rip it down right now. It's one of those things I'll probably like leave up for a bit just to kind of see what's up. Let's just temporarily put that there. I really struggle with small windows. Especially like with, you're trying to create something a little bit different. Let's just do, not sure how to do this. Oh, I know. We'll do this. The fact that you can't shift click on scaffolding is really frustrating. I thought that was going to look good as spruce, but it's actually, I think it's going to look better as dark oak. And I guess this would be not that. I mean, this could just be a straight up balcony, honestly. Never thought about that. It is a really cool view. Maybe we should put a small balcony here instead of just a straight up window. All right, let's let that percolate for a bit, because that would be pretty easy to do. Oh, I'm in the tree. And I think when I was flying around, I noticed that this side of the roof wasn't done. Nope. halfway through my lab report. Good stuff. Always nice to have the homework checked off before Sunday night. I used to try to get my homework done before I even left school. Like if I had an off period, I would be in the library getting stuff done so I would not have to take it home. I guess this would be mushroom block, wouldn't it? Not sure how to handle that just yet. That would probably be better off as a stair. A couple of these actually might be better off as a stair. I find that whenever I run into this kind of situation, for example, like you can see we've got slab here, which is what we've got everywhere, but there's this texture change but no geometry change, and I find that it looks a little bit better if you can get in some depth changing when the texture changes. So here it's not bad, but to stay consistent with it, it's not going to change anything from above. Keep some more interesting shapes happening in the corners. We want those to be thin because we may actually just take this back and do like a trapdoor. Keep it nice and bang free as you go down. We could also probably do the same thing along here. I don't know whether this is going to look better the other way around or not. This might end up being full block. Yeah, that's better. And I've got plans for there, so I haven't got that far yet. That does look a little bit strange. But not the end of the world. Just a curiosity, if I change both of these, does that work? Like, nope. Even though the other one was not perfect, it was better than that. College, and I'm a STEM major, so half of my classes are science, and it's kind of difficult sometimes to balance them. Oh yeah, no, college workload. I was thinking more high school, but yeah, college workload, I had a lot. A lot of my college stuff, because I have a fine art degree, was all self-directed art projects, so like they were a lot of work. Just a lot of time, right? Not necessarily, I mean, sometimes it was difficult, but most of the time it wasn't that it was difficult, it was that it was just like the time intensive. So that being off is a little bit strange, but it works out with this. And you can't really tell. For consistency though, I think we will put in cross block here. And this, how are we going to handle this? It's going to look better to have windows on the outside. So the staircase does not have to be here. We could have it switched. So that the staircase actually starts this way. And that could help divide the room a little bit, because then we could put in another port beam there. And then this would go across like this. Which means we have less railing, which is good. Oops, that was a wrong block. Yep, I like that better. We'll just figure out what to do here. And again, doing these little upside down stair tricks I find really helps with this stuff. Oops, not that. Helps close off the stairwell a little bit. I mean, I guess technically we could go straight up into the corner, couldn't we? Yeah, I like that better. All right, this might get tricky. Probably going to be the old trapdoor. Does that put a white block up here somewhere? No. Charlie, I don't know. I mean, you've mentioned some inspiration here and there, but I don't know if my, medieval fantasy town is something you mentioned that was inspiring to you. But that's awesome. Thank you. Right. So I feel like that's going to look a little bit funny. I wonder what else we could put there. Probably just a full spruce block, huh? Makes the most sense. And because we've got some geometry changes there, it doesn't seem to be as bad. So that's cool. And then this is... Oh, that's where the roof comes down. Right. I remember that now. So this is something where we could just, like, again, using the upside down stair. And then these are outside, I think. Yeah. mean, we lose some space, but ta-da! It's a little much. I mean, we could also put a window in here if we wanted to put a window in the roof. I wonder where the center of the roof is. Where does that kind of line up? It is right there. Oh, that's the downstairs. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. We need some lights up here now too. Where does this come out? Oh, it's up there. Weird. I definitely got turned around inside. I thought this was more central. I don't know if I'd want a window there. No, I don't think I do. How large is the city chunk-wise? I think it's 16. We can check easy enough. I think it's 16. It's beyond render distance, and the render distance on the server is 16. But I am pretty sure that the map. I'm pretty sure that's a chunk. That square. It looks like a chunk to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. That's a chunk. So let's just see. Is it giving me any kind of count anywhere? No. Oh, there we go. No, it's just giving me the chunk stuff. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll go, let's just say 20 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 by 10, roughly. I mean, it's big. The thing I think is more important with building cities and towns and stuff like that is finding an area that is interesting geographically. Or, I guess, yeah. Or geologically. Probably geologically would be more accurate. But I've got this big mountain here. All the white is like a mountaintop. And then this whole thing was nearly surrounded by water. So I thought, well, that makes a really good opportunity, you know, for bridges and cool stuff. But like looking around the area, like for example, here's a really cool spot for a town, right? Where else would be a cool spot for a town? I mean, if you don't mind cutting down trees, you can put them in the woods, but having like a seaside, I mean, there's already a village here, but like having a seaside town. I mean, having my farms here was an interesting spot. This is another kind of cool area. I mean, it looks like all the plains biomes tend to be good for towns, but yeah, like when you get into the plains, they tend to get closer to lakes and low-lying areas and stuff. Here's a really cool idea. If you wanted to have a defensive town, looks like it's a very high hill, so you could have a little kind of fortified town in there and use the landscape as part of your wall. Like it's kind of like Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings, you know? So, I mean, now not everybody's got the map mod, but you know, that's the kind of thing I normally look for. It really helps, yeah. Yeah, the map mod really helps both with playing and designing stuff, but also the whole idea of just explaining it, I guess. Okay, so that's feeling pretty good. I don't know quite what we're doing there yet. We may end up making this a smaller thing and sending it straight up. Actually, if that's the case, I should probably switch that over to clay bricks. I think I need to make more. Let's go with the basics for now. Oh wait, I've got stone inside, don't I? Do I want it to be stone inside or do I want it to be clay inside too? That's a tough call. I don't know. I do kind of like the contrast of having a nice stone hearth with the dark oak floor. I do know I want to have this connect better. I think that looks okay. I might want to change the direction on that a little bit. I'm actually surprised that this is coming together so quickly. I was anticipating this to be several streams, but we'll probably finish it the next time I stream. The inside will definitely take a while. Oh no, that's better. I think that's a clearer silhouette, I think. I might move that granite block eventually. I'm not sure what the final height is on this. And so if that's the final bit there. Oh, that actually kind of worked out, didn't it? I mean, you'd never have wood above a stone hearth like that, really. Yeah, I do want to try to keep it stone down here. So the roof decisions have come together really quickly. Yeah, I think they have. So this is the kind of situation where you can just kind of like fudge it and just like put like a pile of firewood or something there. So we'll probably put, oh, I do have a log. We'll probably put like firewood here just to cover up that stone. There's little tricks like that that you can do. I find are pretty handy. And then this is not the best right there. So that is visible from the other side. And so is that. So what I would probably do here is maybe use some stairs to make a smaller fireplace so that this is not so interrupted. We could just do this all the way around. I try not to do this, but sometimes you just kind of have to. Oh, I don't have any stairs left. There was something else I didn't have too. Oh, stone stairs. These. So I might want to make this like a really small fireplace. I think I'll have to keep that there. So that feels a little funny. Right. Again, creative placement of like blocks that just look like storage or something. Just to kind of cover that up. Because it looks much better downstairs, right? Like that having... Looks like it connects up to something. Hopefully that looks okay outside. Jeez, it's dark again. Time flies when you're having fun. Perfect, Cosmic. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to check what this looked like outside. I think that works. Looks pretty seamless. I really want this stone wall to feel like a solid load bearing. It has to hold up the chimney and the roof here. You know, like I want all that to kind of feel very solid. So that's good. Let's go get some stone and smooth stone. I don't think I need that much. Maybe we just do the whole thing in front. I do sort of like the idea of having one of these a little worn down. Maybe we can get away with that. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to want to make this deeper. as well. I may end up using walls though. Looking forward to seeing interiors in this one. Do you have some ideas already? Nothing crazy. Just, you know, that's going to be like a bar. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to want to try and add a downstairs, but I'm not sure where. I'm not sure where. I mean, I guess the downstairs could be outside. You know, like the entrance to the basement could be here, right? Like we could have a separate staircase going down, or we could also potentially have the downstairs be a door here. That's the main level, but we could have this could be like sunken down. I'm just thinking like there needs to be some place where there's going to be like a food storage and stuff. So I feel like we'd have to have some of that somewhere. I see, this is the kind of thing where like I know a downstairs cellar is cool. It just means that I'd have to add another layer to it. And I mean, in a lot of these buildings, the downstairs entrance would be outside, right? You'd be using the elements. Like we could also do that. Like here's an excellent opportunity for the downstairs too, right? Right there, right? So I've got this one, but I could also go this way. Right, so that could be a downstairs as well. I think I like that a little bit better. And then it gives us an opportunity to do something cool along here. Like have some sort of like railing along here. Just little touches, little points of interest. Stuff like that. Could put what looks like a gate there. Don't need some of this stuff. That's what I wanted. So some places in here I think would be better off with some beams underneath the stairs. Like so. And I think this one as well. Makes it feel a little bit more like it's all made of the same secondary wood, we'll say. I'm also curious what this would look like from the outside as a spruce log instead of a dark oak. So that's more of an outside look, because either one look okay inside. That kind of looks kind of like a stripey, whereas I feel like the dark oak might be a little bit better. I was just finding the dark oak like ring around the inside is a little bit harsh inside, but not bad outside. The little sacrifices you make, you know. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks okay. I'm still really tempted to have some of these be full-on stairs like that. And then it doesn't matter. You should come up with come up with a secret saying like the elk is loose. That's pretty funny. I feel like, you know, the elk wears no shoes on Tuesday or something ridiculous, but that's pretty funny. That, I believe, is where I need to end it today. We made a lot of progress, a lot of decisions in terms of the upper level colors. Really, I'm happy now with the terracotta on the ends. I think it looks like a pretty distinct build. I'm still fighting with this chimney. I think maybe we can work in some gray bits or something into the chimney. It might help, or add something to the outside to give it some character. It might help with a little bit of stuff piled in front of it too, like wood, things like that. And obviously we're gonna have to put a top on it and all that stuff. So that will be a later date. I do also want to fill that in a little bit. We've got some nice decorations up there. I'd like to do the same thing over here. And we do have the bottom is obviously not finished. The inside is not finished. We were thinking about putting in a basement. And we also have this 3rd level balcony that we kind of just stumbled on that I think I am going to follow through on. I just haven't done it yet because the view from here is very cool, especially when this build gets finished. I think that will be really cool because there's a house right back there too. You can sort of see right there. So there's lots to look at out here. So it makes sense to have a spot. If you've enjoyed the day, don't go anywhere. I'm going to pass you on to friend and community member, the Mighty Elkhorn. Be quiet. They don't know we're coming. They're playing on Infinity Cove, which is my patron server. So if you go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan, there's a number of different ways that you can support the channel and the content that I do. And one of those levels gets you access to the Infinity Cove patron server. So just think basically like the Citadel, a lot of like-minded nerdy adults that are having a good time in Minecraft, but it's very casual, you know, pretty laid back. Good times are had on the server. I hear it's pretty silly sometimes. So you'll get a first-hand look. You get to just see what's happening on the server, at least from Elkhorn's perspective. And that will be a good time, I hope. Every time I try to close the stream, it starts to get dark, and I always have to sleep in the middle of it. But we're going to be recording a new episode of the Spawn Chunks tomorrow. Thanks again to Pixarivs for the raid earlier. I know a lot of you came in with that raid. And we'll be recording a new episode tomorrow. It is the 3rd episode of the month? No, 2nd episode of the month. So we'll be covering the new snapshot. We'll have some email, stuff like that. It should be a pretty good time. I hope to record a new episode of the Citadel Cafe later this week. Barring that, I will try to rope in a couple of other friends later in the month. There's usually new Star Trek news. James, the civilian, has not been on the show in a while, so we'll see if we can get them back on. But that's going to be it. We're going to pass you on to Elkhorn. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, folks, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.